I'm Greg Jarrett from FoxNews.com. Two hostage situations in France coming to an explosive end today as security forces killed three suspected terrorists, including two who were wanted in the deadly attack on the French satirical publication Charlie Hebdo. One accomplice remains at large. Joining me now to talk about it, former FBI Special Agent Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, welcome as always. What kind of remarks or marks do you give the French police for handling the situation?
I think they did an excellent job. I mean, I was talking earlier with some different people about if they're going to do this, it's going to have to be coordinated. And I think that they really did a good job of coordinating the two entries into the two different locations. What I give them low marks on, though, is the massive amount of people that they brought out there and got spun up. You have to have a plan to hold people in reserves and have, you know, people go that are going to take down these sites, but you can't throw everybody. That's what happened 9/11. That's what happened in Boston. You cannot just throw everybody out there because you're going to really deplete your sources quickly.
Yeah. Americans everywhere were glued to their television sets watching what was happening in Paris, and they're wondering simultaneously, is this going to happen here? And if it is, are we prepared? Right. Now, you've written extensively about this months ago. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about it.
Well, in October, we had 15 hits by it was ISIS, basically, in Syria. Consecutive hits, all coordinated. But that was over there. Of course, they have, 30,000 people fighting over there. But, today we had two different operations going on at the same time. In the United States, we're just not prepared for that. If we had two different malls that were hit in two different parts of the country, our federal resources are going to be spent for a period of time because they're going to throw everything they have at one of those, and then if another one pops up, then it's going to be they're going to quickly be depleted. And law enforcement agencies in general do the same thing that the French did over there, which is throw massive amounts of people there. So I think we need to start looking at the fact that multiple operations are going to be the evolution of this. And then I'll tell you the other thing, which the French, they got it today. You may not be able to wait on negotiators.
Right.
The possibility of them now killing their hostages and martyring themselves is almost 100% with these individuals. Right. So it's a change in tactics for us as well.
They want to die, and they want to take as many people as they can.
That's right.
All right. There are two kinds of terrorists that we're seeing unfold in recent months. One, indigenous, for example, these brothers in Paris who had left the country, gone to Yemen, trained, got instructions, came back and carried him out. The others are sort of the lone wolf imitators. Mm-hmm. Which are more dangerous, and how good is our intel in detecting both?
Well, I look at them both as just as deadly because a human being that's intent on killing is a deadly creature. And it doesn't matter if he's gone over and gotten expert training and come back, which these individuals obviously had training where they were shooting and moving. I still think you're going to find that they had inside contacts in the location where they killed 12 people on Wednesday. Because that was just too highly coordinated for just ground surveillance.
And our intel in detecting that here?
Well, see, intel is only as good, really, technically, as your sources are. And the more sources you have out there, the better your intel is going to be. Unfortunately, though, Islam is a closed society. It's a closed culture. And we have now gotten rid of what investigative sources that we had inside those areas by Mayor Bloomberg. And it's really taken on a bad image because of politics. But the reality is, unless Islam is going to police itself, we're going to have to do something else about going in and really setting up some kind of intelligence where we can collect and see who's radicalized, who's popping up on the radar.
And it's not a bad thing to have a police presence in your neighborhood, although it's getting a bad name.
It's getting a bad
name
in
New York.
As we can see, when you need them, you have to have them.
Right.
So you better get along with the cops.
Wise words. Jonathan Gilliam, good to see you.
Good to be here.
Thanks very much. This was our top story. For more of our coverage, check it out on FoxNews.com. I'm Greg Jarrett. Thanks for watching.